Hello. So today we're going to talk about who is the real God. Okay, so every religion wants to believe that their God is the correct one. I mean, it's just normal. That's the way human minds work. They want, it's that coveted desire, that exclusivity of being correct. That's how the human mind works, the carnal mind, the human consciousness, not the divine consciousness. This is the human consciousness that we're talking about. And it's understandable because you're spiritual beings having a human experience, and you're having to remember who you are in this journey. But the truth is that God is multifaceted. God is omnipresent, omnipotent, and omniscient. God comes in an array of forms. Just like, let's look at it this way. If you are a female being and your name is Kelly, you could be a daughter, you could be a mother, you could be a sister, you could be a niece, you could be a cousin, you could be an aunt, you could be a grandmother, you could be a great-grandmother, you could be all these things. But when it comes down to it, you are still Kelly. That's still who you are. But you have different forms of you as you relate to different people in your experience. One person is going to call you Aunt Kelly. Another one is going to call you daughter. Another one is going to call you sister. It can go the same thing if you're a masculine energy. They're all still Kelly. But Kelly is different forms to different people. Well, that's how it works with God, goddess, divine, whoever you refer to as the higher power. God can come in the form of Jesus. God can come in the form of God. God can come in the form of goddess. God can come in the form of different goddesses, goddess Isis, goddess Durga, different forms. God can come in the form of Buddha or Shiva or Krishna. God can come in the form of whatever form you need in order for you to understand on your level of consciousness. God is multifaceted. There's nothing simple about the divine, but yet at the same time, very simple. It's complex. But the truth here is that we need to understand is that pointing the finger at a different religion and stating, well, that's not God. The true God is the God of my religion. The true story is the Bible. The true story is the Torah. The true story is this or that. That's just exclusivity. That's just wanting to be correct. That's just ego. There's nothing divine about that. God, goddess, divine, spirit, universe, however you want to say it, is in everything, is in everyone, and is in all in many forms. And that is what divinity is. Divinity is being one and being many at the same time, not just being exclusive. There's no exclusivity in divinity. That was a rhyme, but it came out that way. Anyway, there is no exclusivity in divinity. It's true. There is absolutely none. It is all in one, in all. So we really need to raise our consciousness and evolve out of this exclusivity of who we think God and goddess and divine and spirit is and is not, and to think that it's our religion that's correct and everyone else's is wrong, because that's just not the truth. The truth is God is multifaceted. I mean, would you actually think that the divine would not be multifaceted? We're multifaceted. Of course, the divine's going to be multifaceted. So think before you speak. Think before you judge someone else's religion in calling it wrong and calling yours right. Remember, expand your consciousness. Expand it out into the truth of your true soul essence. Always come back to your true soul essence. It will always tell you the truth. All you got to do is seek within, and you'll know the truth. And the truth will set you free. So I wanted to share this truth with you today, and hopefully help you see things from a different perspective, a more expanded perspective, a more open perspective, a more divinely driven perspective. And I am sending you all lots of love and lots of activation energy.